So if you've just had delivery of your new solo chair, I'm going to show you how to adjust it. If you haven't ordered one yet, it's a really good one to consider. There's a lot of adjustments, ergonomically really sound chair. We'll run through all the features quickly. So starting with the seat, flexible front to the seat. That means when you're sitting down, it moves slightly, it doesn't cut in behind the knee. There's a major artery that runs through there. If that seat cuts in, then it cuts down the circulation. There's also, to help with that, a seat depth adjustment. Ideally you want to have a sort of 4-finger gap between the front of the seat and the back of your knee. You can adjust that by pulling this out, rolling the seat backwards and forwards, pushing it back in again. So that's the seat. We've got height adjustable arms, up and down. The pads go forwards and backwards. I like to have them back so that I can get nice and close to the desk. Or you can adjust the arm so it's the same height as the desk. So you rest your elbow on the desk and your hand just falls onto the keyboard. So that's the seat and the arms. Underneath the chair we've got a few adjustments. So this is the tension adjustment. So when the seat's in a floating position, you adjust that so that it's not pushing you forwards and you're not falling back, it's just taking your weight and you're balancing. When you're balancing, you're tensing your stomach and using your core muscles. Gas height adjustment, pretty straightforward, speaks for itself. On the other side, so yeah, these are the important ones. So fixed, there's a paddle here, lift it up, you hear it click, now the chair will move. The feature of this chair, which is particularly useful, is this one here. So if I push this button in and put the chair in a floating position, the seat will only go to the horizontal, it will not go any further. If I pull the button out, the seat will now just slightly tip forward. So once you've adjusted the rest of the chair, release the mechanism, get the tension right so that you're just floating, so turning that one backwards and forwards to adjust the spring. So then when you come forward to use the computer, so sitting back, relaxing, talking, whatever, you come forward, you're using the computer. As you come forward now, this button is out, so you just tip slightly forward. So that rolls your pelvis, that will keep your back straight. The chair has got a good shape, so your back will be into that shape. And it's really physically impossible now to slouch. To slouch now, you'd have to push the chair back, which you're obviously not going to do. If the chair is a different sort of chair, which doesn't do that, and it's fixed at the horizontal, as you come forward, after a while you do tend to slouch, your shoulders maybe drop, and your back will push in the wrong position. That's where you get some nasty aches and pains down here. So make sure you have the chair floating and that you've got the button pulled out. Very last one is the back. Height adjustable on a ratchet, all the way up, you can hear it clicking, all the way down. Just lift it up, one click at a time, there's no buttons until that curve is into the small of your back. If you feel you need a little bit more support there, then there's an inflatable lumbar support. There's a little ball here, pump it to get the inflation up. If you go too far, press the button and let it down. Just get there right. Once you've done it once, you won't touch it again. That's the solo chair.